After its debut as weightlifting in the Tokyo 1964 Paralympic Games, the sport, now known as powerlifting, expanded from just male lifters with a spinal cord injury to include athletes with physical impairments that affect their lower limbs or hips, or athletes with short stature. Female powerlifters made their Paralympic debut in 2000. Powerlifting is the ultimate test of upper body strength, and you'll often see athletes lifting more than 3 times their own body weight. Powerlifters are split into 10 different categories based on body weight for each gender. Powerlifting consists of one discipline, a bench press. Unlike the able-bodied sport where athletes use their feet on the floor to assist the bench press, Paralympic athletes lie totally flat on a completely different style of bench. Each competitor has 2 minutes to complete their attempt. When the lifter has the bar under full control, they must wait until they receive the command, start. Start! Then they have to lower the bar in a controlled manner and definitively stop it on the chest. Next, they press it upwards, lock out both elbows simultaneously and hold the bar under control until the referees command to wrap. At least 2 white lights are required from 3 referees for a good lift. A red light indicates a bad lift. Athletes have 3 attempts, and the winner is the athlete that lifts the heaviest weight. In the 3rd round, 2 weight changes are permitted. The weight change can be higher or lower. No changes are allowed if the lifter has already been called to the platform by the speaker, and or if the bar has already been loaded. To attempt a new record, it must exceed the previous one set by a minimum of 0.5 kilograms. Where a world record is broken during the actual 3 lifts of competition, the 0.5 kilograms does not count towards the competition total, but is rounded down to the full kilogram. The jury may allow a 4th attempt for a world record. This adds suspense to the competition, as a lifter could break the world record but may not win gold. Powerlifting offers a tense and dramatic spectacle where coaches have to be good strategists as their athletes battle to outlift their rivals.
So welcome to Kitakyushu. It is the spectacular River Walk Theatre in the centre of this city. Population of just under 1 million for the 2018 World Para Powerlifting Asia-Oceania Open Championships. Japan's 15th city in terms of population. The north end of Kyushu Island, just an hour from Fukuoka. And we've 20 gold medals to be decided across the course of the week over the next 5 days. 4 of them today in the opening day here in Kitakyushu. We'll be starting off with a men's 49 kg final. It is approaching 11:20 a.m. Japanese time. $11 going in that. Then the women's 41 and 45 kg finals. That's underway mid-afternoon, getting underway at 3:20 Japanese time, and then we round up tonight 5:30 with the men's 54 kilo decider. So hello for the week from Will Downing, who's behind the main stage at the Riverwalk Theatre. Final warm-ups being completed ahead of competition. One big name not starting in this, DNS against Lee Van Kong of Vietnam, the reigning Paralympic, World, Asian and Asian Games champion. Did not appear on stage ahead of the event. As a result of that, we will have one single group of 10 lifters. No reason available yet as to why Lee Van Kong does not start. Having won the title last time out in Almaty, and is the world record holder from the World Championships from Mexico City back in December, does not start today. So here's who we have coming up. We'll be starting off with Kazuki Akiyama. Japan will be obviously well represented throughout the competition. He'll be getting us underway at 103, and we go all the way to 170 to Omar Karada of Jordan, who would have been the second heaviest lifter in the opening round. It would have been Lee Van Kong with the 180 for Vietnam, but we won't be seeing him now. Our referees for today: Chief Referee Ahmed Al Hamadi of the United Arab Emirates. The side referees: Brian McNichol of Australia and Jari Laine of Finland. Ready to go for the first final of 20 for the week. So ready to go then, the first lifter of the week. Over 200 lifters competing in Kitakyushu, the first ever major World Para Powerlifting Championship to be held in Japan. And to get us up and running, first major championship for Kazuki Akiyama for Japan, aiming for 103. 10:21 during the European Summit. It's been quite wet here today as well, by the way, but still warm, 33 Celsius with rain. So Akiyama on his major championship debut. So 103 for Akiyama to get us up and running. Seemed quite straightforward, and it was 3 out of 3 for him. Akiyama sets the early standard. Japan have 3 representatives in this. And they have entrance in just about every single competition this week, as they do every single competition today. But very straightforward for Akiyama, and went for a weight that was well within himself early on. Job done. As you can see, Lee Van Kong with the big DNS against his name. We will not be seeing the world record holder, the Asian record holder, competing today. Man who currently holds all 4 major current titles, the Paralympic World Asian and Asian Games title, but will be dethroned today. So next to come then for Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Mesa Alaimi. No mark in the World Championships in Mexico City. Back in December was his first major championship for the 25-year-olds. 104 will be his first round attempts. So for 104. No hesitation and no problem. 2-1 in his favour. Gives him the advantage in the opening round. Straightforward opening round lift, no drama. Went for what for him was an obvious weight. Sets himself up and running, but obviously the weights, as you'll see, go quite considerably heavier the further on we go, up to the 170 for Kurada. Major leaps as soon as we go on to the third heaviest weight, which is Pia Lau Picti of Lao. We then go up 30 kilos for the Zhengyu of China. So now for Kazakhstan, Yenat Kazmukanov. Finished 5th in the last Asian Championships in Almaty in Kazakhstan 3 years ago. He was 14th in the World Championships in Mexico City. We saw him competing in the World Cup in Eger in Hungary last year as well. 108 is first round target to hit the fronts. Very little difficulty in the opening attempts, and that's a good lift as well. 2 out of 3 in his favour. And Kazmukanov sets the new standard. But Akiyama and Alaimi, who we've already seen lifting, are going for weights heavier than that in the second round. Very calmly done. So all 10 in this competition, by the way, are from Asia and Oceania, and will be in the heavier weights that we'll see those from outside will be competing for the open title. So next to go for Japan, Takashi Kato, aiming for 113, coached like the rest of the Japanese team by John Amos. He's a former para-athlete in his own right. We've seen him with quite a few major championships. He finished 13th in the Worlds in Mexico City last year. the city of Toyota. This for 113, and this for the lead for Takashi Kato. Kato for 113. Took a long time in getting it raised. He's got it. Good lift. 2 out of 3 in his favour. And Takashi Kato hits the front. Well, for him it was a case of slowly does it. Took a long time for him to get composed on the bench, but when he was, and once the lift began, he was in firm control.
Thank you, the bar is loaded. 115 kilos from Philippines, Romeo Taniyama.
So next to go then from the Philippines, this is Romeo Taniyama. Originally was going to look at 120 in the opening round, but gunning for 115 instead. From Manila. Goes by Ramon Tebek, who's up on stage with him, 15th in the World Championships in December in Mexico City. Nobody's missed yet. No pressure. This for 115. So Taniyama 115. That was a struggle, and it's 2 and against. Quite a bit of hesitation on the way up. Faltering, and that is our first miss of the competition.
Loaders, please. 116 kilos, 116, rack height 9.
Quite unsteady. So we'll return aiming at the moment for 115 in the second round, but it just was a lift which didn't look good.
Thank you, the bar is loaded. 116 kilos, representing Japan, Hiroshi Miura.
Hiroshi Miura of Japan now, and he's going for 116. His original target being 123, but as soon as Taniyama went low, then Miura felt he ought to do the same. It's been around for quite a while. 4th in the last Asian Championships in Almaty in 2015, 8th in the Asian Games 4 years ago in Incheon. Man who, by watching TV, developed a great love of powerlifting and then got involved as an ace competitor. the former concert music technician. 116 the target then for Hiroshi Miura, opening round for Japan. No time wasted at all. Clean bill of health. It's only the second one of those 3 white lights that we've had in the entire competition so far, but Hiroshi Miura successful.
Floaters, 128 kilos, please. Rack plate, 14.
He's been at major championships for years and years. Office worker from Tokyo. Well, that puts him in very prime contention with only 4 heavier lifts to come in this opening round. Remember, it's just the one group now. It was originally going to be 2 groups, but yeah, thumbs up all the way. It was very swiftly and successfully completed by Hiroshi Miura. And he's our new leader. Our extra officials making sure bench is spick and span. I think he missed a bit though.
Thank you. The bar is loaded, 128 kilos. From Islamic Republic of Iran, Ali Reza Izadi, first attempt.
Ali Reza Izadi originally aiming for 127, but seeing what was to come later on in this opening round, he's added a kilo onto it and is aiming for 128. Still a junior, his first major championship. 19 years old for Iran. Ali Reza Izadi. Just 19 years of age for 128. Looks to have started with the right weight. And it was clean all the way. 3 out of 3 in his favour, and he is our new leader. Well, that'll be a junior medal for him and a prime contender for a senior medal now, with only 3 lifters aiming for heavier than Ali Reza Izadi. How about this for confidence? No pause. Good fluid motion all the way up. Bar under firm control, and the press was solid and through. So now Pia Lao Pakte of Lao, and 129, he's added a kilo to his opening round target as well. 6th in the Paralympic Games in Rio, where he carried the Lao flag for the opening ceremony. 5th in the Asian Games in 2014. Laos were not represented in Kazakhstan at the last Asia-Oceania Championships in 2015, but they are here. $129. Took a while to get up there and not cleanly. So all three of the referees voting against, and that's the first 0 out of 3 so far.
Loaders, please. 158 kilos, rack height 11. 158 kilos, rack height 11.
The actual lift itself started straying somewhat, as it actually had done on the way down. So voted down by the three. Another new innovation you'll notice is that the music now continues well onto when the lifters are on the bench, which is something else new for these championships. There's always something new when we go into competition these days.
From the People's Republic of China, this is attempt number 1 for
Zhang Yu for China, 4th in the World Championships in Mexico City, and 158 is target straight away. Going in high. With his coach Peng Fukang alongside. It was a world record from Lee Van Kong that helped the Vietnamese to the title in this in Mexico City back in December. Zhang had started in that with 165, but didn't get any other weight for the remainder of the competition and missed out on the medals by 10. $158. Look good, and it is 2 out of 3. Zhang Yu, and he's our new leader.
Loaders, 170 kilos, please. Rack height 13. 170 kilos, rack height 13.
Wasn't around for the previous Asian Championships in Almaty in 2015, but he is now, and he's our new leader. 158. Straining for that at 158. Well, that will absolutely lock him into the medals immediately. He's in the gold medal position right now, waiting to see how the heaviest attempt in the opening round will go. It's going to be Omar Karada of Jordan, the former world champion from Kuala Lumpur in 2010. Silver in 2 Paralympic Games in Rio 2 years ago and 2008 in Beijing, and silver in the World Championships in Mexico City in December. 170 his target straight away. Started with 178 in Mexico City. So this for the lead. It took a while to come up, but 2 out of 3 in his favour, and Karada is our new leader, with Zheng Yu having lifted 158 and having attempts at much heavier than that. During the Worlds, you couldn't say that Karada's got the gold secured just yet, but he's in a top 2 position, definitely, in terms of the final podium. Good strong lift. Took a while for the results to come up. So after the opening round, Karada leads 170, Zheng Yu in second position 158, and in the bronze medal, Mark Izadi of Iran, who's on his way to the junior gold. He wasn't very far off the junior world record either.
Representing Japan, second attempt, 109 kilos for Kazuki Akiyama.
So let's return to the first of the 3 from the host country, Japan, in this, and it's a target of 109. That's coming up for Kazuki Akiyama. The wrong name is up on the scoreboard at the moment. Here he is, Akiyama, with 109, which means the clock begins again. So ample time to get this lift right. 109 for Akiyama. Having cleared 103 in the opening round.
Start. Right.
Did look a bit imbalanced, and none out of 3. Looked as if the left hand was much higher than the right throughout, from our side-on view that we have to the left of the stage, as you would see it. So Akiyama still with 103 as his best. Missed out at 109, and unlikely any major problems will be obvious from above, but definitely with the naked eye there was quite a bit of imbalance on that. Left hand was stronger than the right. So it is Laimi of Saudi Arabia. There is a technical stop has just come up for the moment. And his lift will be 111. So he has his 2 minutes. Cleared 104 in the opening round. So he has a mark in a major competition now, not having been able to register one at the World Championships in Mexico City. For 111.
No lift. And the ladies, second
Coach
attempt.
liked it. Referees didn't at all.
Floaters 113 kilos. Rack height
So both attempts so far have been unsuccessful in this second round for Laimi just there, and previously Akiyama of Japan. I think he probably knew himself as well that it technically was not up to scratch. And lifted with a great degree of confidence by the looks of it. So misses out then on 111.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. Second attempt, 113 kilos. Representing Kazakhstan, Yurnat
Yurnat Kazmukanov of Kazakhstan going now with 113 his target. Fifth in the last Asian Championships. This to put him in 5th place on the head-to-head ahead of Takashi Kato. Both have lifted 113, but Kazmukanov is around a third of a kilo lighter in body weight. So this to leap up the standings, and he's done that with a great deal of confidence, and rightly so. 2 out of 3 going his way, and Kazmukanov is up into 5th. Steadily does it. 128 is the bronze medal position at the moment. It's asking a lot. He would be pushing it really to be in search of a medal here. Another high finish will be very welcome though, and 5th looks to be the best of his lot. Mura is 4th on 116. Obviously there are others who have missed.
114 kilos weights for the
4th
second
is
attempt.
definitely within his grasp, having cleared that. 113 is the first man to clear in this second round. Kashi Keto, who cleared 113 in the previous round. It's a bit unusual if he were to step up by just a kilo for 114 here. It's possible that's not what he's looking for. That's the explanation that's been given now. Coach has gone over very quickly to try and get a couple of kilos added on. There's a clock has stopped as well on 72 seconds. Would seem a waste if it were only a kilo added on, so Kato is probably going to have to go off
115 kilos now, 115.
the stage for a couple of minutes.
We're going to call a different athlete.
Yep, it's going to have to go away for the moment. It's going to go for a heavier weight later on. Can't go now because Tayawa of Philippines is going to lift 115. Well, it did seem a waste if they were going to only add on a solitary kilo for him. So he's waiting. We'll continue waiting in the wings until it is now probably his time to lift, because next to go in the second round will be Romeo Tayawa of Philippines aiming for 115. That finished down the field of the World Championships in Mexico City, where he was in 13th spot. Kato has changed his weight to 117, so he's going to see after this lift how he'll do.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 115 kilos. Attempt number 2. From Philippines, Romeo Tayawa.
So Tayawa's time is now. He's had to wait quite a bit with the extra kilo being added on and the confusion over Kato's second attempt, which will come after this. But now's the second try for Romeo Tayawa. And 115 is what he's gunning for here.
Start.
It's 115 for Tayawa.
Right.
No lift.
Not worth waiting for, unfortunately. Not out of 3. So still only one successful attempt in the second round, going the way of Kazmukinov with his 113 earlier in the second round.
Lower, please. 117 kilos. Rack height 13.
Bit of hesitation on the way.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 117 kilos. Attempt number 2. Representing Japan, Takashi Kato.
So now here comes Takashi Kato. 114 erroneously listed for him by his team in this second round, so now it's been added on to 117. An advance of 4. $117 for the man from Toyota.
One minute.
Start.
Been on that bench quite a while. Went up by degrees,
No lift. Kato.
and as a result, Kato not now. Misses 117, got the 113 last time out.
Please. 121 kilos. Rack
It was
height
a
9.
modest advance.
21 kilos. Rack height 9.
Major difficulty in getting that raised, but get it raised he did.
さあ先ほどから登場している補助員
ぜひ休憩時間にはトイレで体験会を行っています。ぜひお楽し
A
み
view
ください。
from behind the curtain, behind the stage at this Riverwalk Theatre in Kitakyushu. Japanese Powerlifting Federation, the local organisers of this.
Representing Japan, Hiroshi Miura.
So having cleared 116 in the opening round, it's 121 is the target now for Hiroshi Miura. And wouldn't raise him any higher in terms of the overall position at the moment. He'd stay in fourth if he gets this. Kato had the opportunity to overtake there with 117, but was denied. So Hiroshi Miura is the executive secretary of the Japanese Powerlifting Federation. Having enthused about this sport as a TV viewer 14 years ago when the Paralympic Games were in Athens. Here he is again. Veteran by this stage, 121 to improve by 5. Miura for 121.
Right.
Well, it'll be a split call and against him. 2-1 against. And still, just the one successful attempt in this second round. They are having their collective difficulties. And Miura now among them. Still, one of the referees was happy with that, and for that angle looks solid. But he had some doubt in his face throughout. So Miura denied at 121. No joy yet for Romeo Tayawa of Philippines. 2 attempts at 115, missed both of them, and a miss at 129 in the opening round for the other man yet to register a weight. And here he is, second attempt at 129, Pia Lau Pakde of Lao. Going for 129 again. From Vientiane, that 5th place finish in the Asian Games, and was not involved in the last Asian Championships. This to leap into the bronze medal position currently held by Ali Reza Izadi of Iran. He lifted 128. Lau Pakde gunning for 129 here. Got it raised this time. It'll be a split call and against him. 2-1 against. It was wipeout from last time. It was 3 red lights, and well, the big red light comes on from here again. But Lau Pakde is going to have to come back for more, having being denied 129 for the second time. Accusatory. Quizzical look.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 135 kilos. Second attempt from the Islamic Republic of Iran. Ali Reza Izadi.
So Ali Reza Izadi of Iran goes next. He is a junior. 135 is target. And if he gets this, he breaks the junior world record of Mohsen Bakhtiar, his compatriot from Iran, who set that world record in the 2014 World Championships in Dubai. As ready as he will ever be. Well, this to put him in a prime position overall. Now Bakhtiar has missed his 2 attempts at 129. This to Copper fast in his position, 3rd overall. He's got the junior gold. Can he get the junior world record here? He's got it raised. Does he have the junior world record? Yes, he does! Yes, he does! 2 out of 3 for Ali Reza Izadi, 135, a new junior world record, breaking the mark of 4 years ago of Mohsen Bakhtiar. Two out of 3 in his favour, and that is the first world record of the week of these Asia-Oceania Championships.
66 kilos now, rack height 11.
Very well done. Smoothly executed, the real look of effort on his face, but he knew it. White lights on the board, gets the green light on stage and gets the junior world record. Good job, well done. Midday in a Japanese Saturday. And he followed through on that very impressively. And potentially more to come in the 3rd round. Means Lau Bakhtiar has got to aim much higher in the 3rd round, having had a couple of misses at 129. Zheng Yu now for China, the 2nd heaviest attempt in this 2nd round. Cleared 156 in the opening round. This for 166 for the Chinese. Karadov Jordan leads with 170. Currently in the silver medal position and 23 kilos clear of bronze and Izadi. And this to add a further 8 to it.
1 minute.
Start.
Zheng Yu, 166. That's a real struggle on the way up, and off the back of that, that is not going to go his way. It's all 3 against him. It took an age to be raised, and he looks resigned to the fact that he's probably done his best of the day, potentially.
Loaders, more weight please. 176 kilos, rack height 13.
So misses out at 166. You could see just the moment that he took control of the bar that the face was reddening, the teeth were bared, and it was just too ragged, too out of control. So, gets nothing for that, only red lights all the way. And 158 remains his top mark.
Correction loaders, please. 175 kilos.
So Kurata's going now for 175.
Rack height 13.
Deep into this second round, the heaviest attempt of round two.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 175.
So 175 it is now then for Omar Kurata.
Omar Kurata.
Silver in the last two Paralympic Games in which he competed. Didn't compete at London 2012. A world champion in 2010. Kurata. 170 cleared. And at the moment it's looking like his 170 is good enough for gold. Zhang struggled at 166 and for the moment is not going to attempt anything heavier than that in round three. So the Asian champion, especially if he gets this, Omar Kurata for Jordan.
Start. Right.
Got the 175 up there and he gets it. 2 out of 3. Kurata will be the Asian champion. Silver 3 years ago in Almaty in the previous Asians, but this absolutely spot on.
Loaders, please. 109 kilos.
Kurata
Rack height
claiming the silver medal behind Lee Van Kong of Vietnam 3 years ago, and he only cleared 165. He missed his 2 heavier attempts, but he's got his 2 to date, and they have exceeded that 165 from the previous Asians. So 175 he's got. Zheng doesn't want to go above 166 in the final round, so Kurata will take the gold. And our 3 medalists are pretty much locked in now. Kurata, gold for Jordan. Zhang Yu, silver for China. Izadi, the bronze for Iran. The margins are too great for that top 3 to shift in any order, for anybody else to break into the top 3. Now Pakdi might, having had a couple of attempts at 129 which he's missed, but doesn't want to go considerably higher than that for his final attempt.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 109 kilos. Third attempt. Representing Japan, Kazuki Akiyama.
So now into the final round, and Kazuki Akiyama going again for 109, missed it in the second round, going again for it in round 3. climb just the one position if he gets this, ahead of Mesa Alaimi of Saudi Arabia. Akiyama 109.
Start.
To move into 7th position. Got it this time, and again the left hand was above the right, but not as strikingly as it was in the previous round, so he's been forgiven that. 2 out of 3 in his favour. Akiyama good, does indeed go up into 7th spot with that 109. So Mesa Alaimi still has a say. He could still finish in 10th out of the 10 starters. Well, he's delivered all that he could with that second attempt on the 109 kg.
11 kilos, 111, rack height 16.
Alaimi at first was looking at 113, which if he'd got would have put him into 4th position on the head-to-head against Yenat Kazmukinov and Takashi Kato, because he's lighter in body weight, but somewhat conservatively will go again for 111, which he missed out on in the second round. His previous attempt, this for 111. To put him back above Akiyama into 7th spot. Everyone else still to lift, and that includes Lau Pek-Di and Tayawa, who have not registered a weight yet. Well, they first nominated him for that 113, but they obviously feel this is more achievable. 111 from Mesa Alaimi.
Start.
They seem to do that quite capably, and certainly one of the referees thought so, but the other two didn't. So Alaimi finishes on 104, and that has him for now in 8th position. Nobody has successfully achieved a weight lighter than that, but Lau Pek-Di and Tayawa have not been successful yet. Supposed to rest on the chest momentarily before the final part of the lift is executed. So 104 is where he finishes.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 115 kilos. 3rd attempt from Philippines. Romeo Tayama.
So Romeo Tayama, who's missed out on 2 previous attempts at 115, this is 3rd and last. 115. Twice unsuccessful with this Romeo Tayawa. He'll go 5th if he can clear this. Adding a kilo onto 116 would not have benefited him because of the head-to-head body weights, and would have been Mura who'd have had the nod on him over that. That might have been too quick. Yeah, all three against. Bit more precision desired, so Tayawa exits this men's 49 kg final without registering a weight.
Floaters 117 kilos, rack height 13.
Well, he's had some valiant attempts at that weight, 115.
Thank you, the bar is loaded, 117 kilos, third.
It was not enough.
Representing Kazakhstan, Yurgen Keshmakhono.
So Kazmukinov of Kazakhstan going now 117, having cleared his two previous attempts, 108 and 113. 117 here for Kazmukinov. Would maintain his spot in 5th. See him climb above Hiroshi Mura into 4th, but Mura still has one more attempt to go.
Start. Right.
Kazmukinov has got it raised. There'll be a good bit of white on the board. 2-1 in his favour. He's pulled it off. 117. He goes into 4th place. It's a credible score at the 49 kg category. Look at that, a perfect set of results for Yenat Kazmukinov. More than capable.
Thank you, the bar is loaded. Third attempt from Japan, Takashi Kato.
So Takashi Kato going again for 117, which he missed out with in the previous round. He now finds himself moved down to 6th position. This effectively to be recognised as Japan's #1 in terms of marathons. $117 for Kato. He would go level with Kazmukinov, but the Kazakh would take the head-to-head on lighter body weight. Kato for 117. $117 for Kato, 40 seconds left on the clock.
Start.
Looks more confident and capable than what we saw in the previous round, and surely he will deliver. It's 2-1 in his favour, and Kato rises up into 5th spot. It's been a good championships, good event this for Japan.
Loaders 121 kilos, rack height 9.
As he goes up alongside Kazmukanov, who has the lighter body weight. Kazmukanov remains in 4th. So Mura then, 121 to round off. This would put him into 4th spot. And only Lau Fakdi would be able to deny his position.
21 kilos, 3rd attempt, representing Japan, Hiroshi Miura.
So Hiroshi Mura then, 121, having missed it in the 2nd round, cleared 116 in the opening round, and this 121 again to round the competition off for Hiroshi Miura. Very popular among the Japanese crowd. Obviously, 4th in the last Asian Championships, 8th in the last Asian Games. In Incheon. $121, more than doable. So Hiroshi Mura for Japan to win the internal Japanese battle in this competition. 49 kg. Would also put him into 4th position.
Start.
1-2-1 for Mura. Well, got it raised, but I don't think successfully. All 3 against, which is a disimprovement of what we'd seen in the previous round. But 116, Mura's best in the end, and he will finish in 6th place. Kato in 5th, Kazmukanov in 4th, and only Pia Laupakdi can deny any of these lifters those spots. You'll see a nice crowd for the early session here in Kitakyushu. He felt close, but the referees didn't share his optimism.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 130 kilos, 3rd attempt, representing People's Democratic Republic of Laos, Pia Laupakdi.
So Pia Laupakdi of Laos needs this to get on the board, otherwise he will be wiped out like Romeo Tayawa without a mark registered. 130 would put him up into 4th spot. Another 5 kilos would have been targeting Izadi's bronze medal then, but Laupakdi did seem to struggle quite a bit with his earlier lifts here. So a couple of misses. 129 going in again at 130 for Lau. Pia Laupakdi. $130 then. He's had 2 attempts at 129. but which did not work out for him. 130.
Start. Right.
Well, he sounds confident. He's got it! He has got it! 2 out of 3, and he goes into 4th position. And the rest get knocked. That is a terrific result for Lau Pakdi. And he goes up into 4th spot. And at last it came good for him. And immediately mouthing yes as soon as he'd taken control of the bar. And reasons to be joyful after that. He was confident enough, and then yes, he got it. All his 130 goes into 4th place. So now further attempts at the latest junior world record, having been broken earlier by Ali Reza Izadi. He's going again now for Iran. 140
Islamic Republic of Iran, Ali Reza Izadi.
for another junior world record. Well, he's having the lifts of his life. It's obviously a new junior Asian record as well, national record and junior world record for Ali Reza Izadi of that 135 earlier in the competition, so 140 being aimed for now. For another junior world record for Ali Reza Izadi, and it's very ambitious, an extra 5. Being added on. So for 140, which would be a new junior world record. Izadi for another world record, and he's got it up. He's got another world record, 140 for Ali Reza Izadi. 3 out of 3. And you can't say any better than what he's done this morning. He's broken the long-standing world record twice. And that is a senior bronze for him. It'll be a junior gold likewise. 140, just brilliant from Izadi for bronze. So the medalists decided, and the order decided too. Izadi with that 140, 10 kilos clear of Lau Pakdi of Lao in 4th. Very credible finish for him.
From the People's Republic of China, Zheng
Zhang Yu then for China, going once more for 166. He really struggled with that in the second round, and as a result does not feel confident to aim any higher to try and get anything further to his name. .166. To round off a successful campaign. Started 158, which was enough for the silver medal straight away. 166 he found way too difficult. Well, that was going up awkwardly and slowly and stop-start, and as a result it's 3 red lights against him. So Zhang Yu finishes on 158 and he gets the silver medal.
Lowers 180 kilos, rack height 13.
And just the one lifter failing to register a mark, and that was Romeo Tiawa of Philippines. Kurata with the gold medal in the bag now. Zhang Yu not even attempting to overhaul the Jordanian here, who's top of the pile yet again.
Thank you. The bar is loaded. 180 kilos, 3rd and 10. Representing Jordan, Omar Karada.
Omar Kurata then, 120 cleared in the first round, 175 in the second. Fresh handful of chalk ready to aim for 180. So the gold already secured. Omar Kurata, the former world champion and twice Paralympic silver medalist, 180. Can he get the clean sweep?
Yeah.
180.
Start. Oh, merci. Merci.
That is not going to make it. And in the end, the spotters have helped it up. He didn't get the 180, but the other marks are all good. He eventually wins on 175. And the gold is his. Kurata won silver in the last Asians. It's gold for him now. So Kurata is our champion at 49 kg in the Asia-Oceania Championships. So Kurata gets the gold for Jordan, Zhang Yu the silver for China, and Ali Reza Izzadi with the junior world record, the bronze for Iran, and he's the junior champion as well. Lau Pakde of Lao missing out in 4th. $170, $175 for Kurata to get the victory, but that final effort of 180, too much effort in the end. And this is what is coming up. It is 12:40 local time in Japan, so it's just over 2.5 hours time to the women's openers, the 41 and 45 kg finals. A couple of gold medals being aimed for there straight away, and then later in the evening the men's 54 kg, the next men's event here in Kitakyushu. So that's it for now. We'll be back in just under 3 hours time for the next gold medal event and day one here at the Asia-Oceania Open Championships, women's 41 and 45 kg. New junior world record for Ali Reza Izadi, twice over for Iran. The bronze medal position. 135 first of all, then 140. Three out of three for him. That was glorious, and that was a junior world record and a senior bronze. Chenggu of China with the silver, and the gold medal performance from Omar Karada of Jordan. 170 and 175 his attempts. That is second round lift successful, and he gets the gold for Jordan.